Hey everybody, and welcome to a new edition of Impact Talk. I don't know yet what to call this, but we'll figure it out together, okay? So, what have we been doing lately? We've been talking about so many things, right? Plans and ways to start thinking and ways to start leaving things in the past and initiate new processes and finishing what you do, right? Being organized, starting a project, finishing it, setting goals, writing stuff down. Well, that's all well and good, but we're going to start putting stuff into practice, right? So practice what you preach or put it into practice. I don't know what we're going to call it, but we're going to call this something, right? Every week or every 2 weeks or something. I don't want to promise anything in particular right now because I got to figure out how this is going to go. But I'm going to start giving you guys the tools to be successful and not just to be thinking about ways differently, because we're starting to set a foundation on that where we're thinking differently. But now we have to put this stuff into practice. So why do I do that? Well, if you think about doctors, they can't simply go do surgeries just because, hey, you know what? Let me go get into this guy's heart because he has heart palpitations. I'm not a doctor. I don't know if that's a medical thing. Figure out, throw it out there, right? But there's certain things that they do. They have a book or they have medical practices that say when somebody has such and such symptoms, they do such and such things. Same type of thing for us, okay? When we have certain things that we want to accomplish, there are certain things that will ensure possible success, right? And I say possible because we have to tweak certain things for us individually, but if we have something to be giving us a guide, that's what we need to do. So why did I show you the desk? Well, the desk is my next project. This weekend I'm finishing up something in the living room, and I'll show you guys that later on. And I'll show you before and after pictures. And then we're gonna walk through some stuff with this desk, okay? This desk is brown. I don't like it. I wanted it to be white in the first place, okay? So to do a desk, it requires steps. Why is procedure important? Well, I want to read something to you guys I found on Google earlier. So follow me. I don't have editing software, guys, so bear with me. This is all new. So I'm on the laptop. I went on Google, found some stuff, and procedure. I really like this one because this is on businessdictionary.com. Go look it up. Look up procedure. First definition is really important. It says it's a fixed step-by-step sequence of activities or a course of action. And what I like most is it says with a definite start point and an end point that has to be followed in the same order to correctly perform a task. So, why are we in dictionary? Why are we reading this stuff? Why is Josh coming up with this stuff? That's a great question. Well, here's the reality, guys. In order to get something accomplished, you have to know where you're going to start and where you're going to end. What does success look like? How do I know I've gotten there? If I start this process, this is what it should look like when I'm done. So you have to set steps from that point to the very beginning, wherever you're starting from, to the very end. This is what it looks like when I'm starting. These are the things that I'm doing in between. And this is what it should look like when I'm done, if it worked. So with this table, I'll be taking pictures, probably some videos as I'm working this on this, okay? On the desk. First things first, I got to take this sucker out of the office, put it in the garage. Second of all, two types of ways you can do this. Three technically, okay? If you have like an IKEA type desk that's not fully stained onto the regular wood, or you have like an MDF particle board type of thing with laminate wood over it, that doesn't get painted the same way. You have to kind of sand those, get to some type of grain, or remove the paint in a sense to be able to get color on those. So that's step one for that type of thing. In this case, this is actual wood. So what I have to do is have to get the varnish off. I have to get the stain off of the wood. So I can do that one of two ways. There's liquid that I can use that I have to spray on and keep scraping off, or I can just sand it. Sanding is a little bit messy, but I like it, and I can get right to the grain, and I can possibly let the grain be seen through what I want to paint, okay? So, take the sucker out, step one. Step two, I'm going to sand it. Step three, I'm going to clean it so I can have a clean base to go off of. Step four, I'm going to paint it once. I'm going to do a little bit. Step five, I'm going to sand a little bit just to make sure I get all those bubbles off. Step six, I'm going to paint it one more time. Light sand after that with a fine sanding. Step 7, I think I'm on step 7. Sorry if I skip one. At step 7, I'm going to put a clear coat, and I'm going to do that 2 or 3 times so I get a nice solid clear coat over it. Okay, and then step 8, I'm putting it back on my desk. Step 9, put all the stuff that I want in there, make it look nice, and it's going to match the rest of my office where everything else is white in there as far as my furniture is concerned. Why do I tell you this, guys, or why do I want you to follow me on this journey? Because I want you to see that everything that you do, I said it earlier, needs a procedure. If you want to go be an artist, you have to figure out what a good artist did to get to that point, and he did steps. I studied, I learned, I found out what type of utensils I was supposed to use. I started using those, I started practicing them, making sure I was good. I started learning how to mix paints. There are steps to get you to where you want to go, and you need to begin to create those. If you want to be successful in music, you have to find out what successful people in music have done. And I'm not talking about Hollywood. There are so many artists out there that are not the Kanye Wests, that are not the Jay-Z's, that are not the Mariah Careys. They're traveling all over the world and they're very successful in what they're doing. And they did something. They put in the work, but not only did they put in the work, they created steps and said, when I get to these certain points, I'm creating milestones. And to create those milestones, I have to have a procedure. There is something that has worked. There is a science, there is an algorithm, if you will, that's being set regularly for people to get to these points. And that's what I want for you. So as you follow me with this, I want you to start noticing there are steps. Everything that I'm doing from the beginning, I have a brown table, a desk that I don't really like the color of, and I'm going to end with a white desk that I really like that's going to be to my liking in the office. Step one, or starting point, is old desk. End point, essentially new desk. Okay? How I get to that next point is the stuff that I need to write down, and I just gave you guys those steps, and that's what you need to start doing in your life. You want to get better relationships? Start creating steps towards that. And we can talk about that. If you want help, or if you want me to start giving you steps for those type of things, tell me. But what I want to get you guys for now is for you to understand that there are steps, and I want you to see what that looks like from beginning to end, making sure that you follow a guide. So let's get that done together, guys. Follow me, come with me. Let's be impactful. I hope this stuff is impacting you. I'm excited about it. I really like doing these kind of projects. I hope you're excited to follow with me. And I hope that you start thinking about it not as, hey, we're painting a desk, even though that might help some of you because you might like to do some projects like me, but that it is helping you to understand steps, creating steps, understanding that there are procedures for everything that need to be done so that you can do that in your life and have that mimic in the things that you're trying to do for yourself. I'm really happy about it. I'm excited about it. I'm excited to hear what you guys are planning on doing. I'm excited to hear if this stuff is working for you. Drop me some comments. Let me know. Hopefully this was a good video. Give me some feedback. Don't forget to subscribe if you're here for the first time. Take care, guys. Go out there and be impactful.